It's working. Hello, I'm back. Welcome to my first online class. We're going to do shimmies tonight. It's a beginning level belly dance class focusing on shimmies. And before we start, I want to bring back my wonderful assistant, Miss Nikki.
Hi everybody.
We're going to have some fun tonight. So make sure that you let me know that you're here. Comment below. Let me know what's going on in your head so I can see how this is working for everybody. This is new for all of us, so I think it's going to be fun. Also check out my YouTube channel. Is it under Meleah? No, it's under Makeup, Hair, and Dance.
Yeah, if you just look from Meleah Nelson, it should
okay,
be on
Meleah
there.
Nelson.
Yeah.
And you'll see all the videos posted there.
Yeah, tell us more about yourself.
Oh, God. This is me, Meleah. I've been teaching for 4 decades now, I think. Yeah, feels like 400 years. But yeah, apparently now I'm a vintage dancer, right? Yeah. I've been around a long time. But I love what I do, and I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so happy that we have the technology to make this all work. So I also want to thank Frank Lazaro of Middle-Earth Ensemble. He's allowing us to use this wonderful music, so please check him out on YouTube as well. When we get back into the swing of things, you'll see Frank all over town, and he is an amazing band. We've danced together for a long time. So thank you, Frank. All right, what I want you to do is, before each of these videos, there will be different topics each time. I want you to do the warm-up video first so that when I see you again, we're ready to dance. So we're gonna jump into shimmies unless I've left something else.
No, I think that's it. I think you got it all. Yeah.
Okay, let me cue up some music. We're gonna start with some of the beginning foundations of shimmies. That's always good to work with. Let's see if we get this going.
And then every so often I'll check the comments to make sure that that we have everything situated as far as that goes.
There we go. Okay. All right, so we're going to look at preparing our muscles to shimmy, all right? When you do a shimmy, I'm going to be teaching the Egyptian shimmy, which is the straight leg shimmy from the bottom half down. There's a Turkish American shimmy, there's a 3/4, there's so many shimmies. If we have time, we'll toss in the 3/4 shimmy, but let's just see how this goes. So we're all going to start on the floor. So everybody have a seat. We've done this in class a few times, if you've taken my classes. So you're going to have your feet out in front of you. You're going to sit up really straight, flex your feet, and you're going to start moving your knees up and down. There you go. And then we're going to speed that up. So think about how your stomach feels, your upper back, your shoulders, your arms, everything's working pretty hard to sit you up. And your legs, you can feel them working, but not super hard. They're just pushing your knees down into the ground. Now I want you to slowly speed up. Keep your toes flexed. Keep your heels into the floor. If you're getting tired here, you can lean back a little bit and just use your hands. You don't need to wear yourself out right now. So just right there. If you want a little more challenge, sit up, bring your arms out into second position. There we go. And then we can just kind of circle our arms because we want to get used to right away doing other things while we shimmy. You rarely will just stand there and shimmy. There's all kinds of other things that will be going on. So I feel my quads right away. Hopefully you do too. All right, so you're going to do that for a little while. And then relax, sit back. And you'll feel the blood kind of rush into your quads. So they're getting kind of prepped to do what they need to do. So let's work our way up again. And work on shaking out our legs a bit. So find your balance on your left leg. Take your right leg, flex it. And I want you to tighten. And I want you to shake and vibrate that leg. So you feel how your knee holds on, your quad holds on. And then try your other leg. You can put it out the side, you can put it in the front. You're just getting used to that fast twitch for your leg. Let's try another one. Balance is always, always good. And then your other one again. So when you shimmy, I'm trying to kick them out. When you shimmy, you're using not so much muscle and strength as you are a steady movement with your muscles. So I like to explain it if you were moving your hand, just one hand or two hands, so you were just turning your hand side to side. Feel how much muscle you're using to turn it to the right and the left. It's a fair amount. Now go faster. Now, just shake it. You feel what you're doing? Less muscle, right? You're just shaking. And it's actually working really well. So that's kind of the principle of shimmies. When we start our shimmy, we're going to start with a straight leg. We're going to take our knees and slightly bend and straighten each knee, just the smallest amount. And we're going to push our knees to the back. So your legs are straight, your stomach is in, your chest is high, your shoulders are down, and you're pushing those knees back, 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 back. You want to be gentle because we don't want to slam our knees back. That's not good for anybody. But we do want to just kind of shake them back and forth. All right, I'm going to face front now. You can see. Actually, Nikki, turn sideways and you can see. All right, so see, her posture is the same, but the knees are just going back and forth. And you have to do this for several minutes because what happens is you tighten up. Your legs tighten up, your knees tighten up, and you try to squeeze it and make it happen with tension. And that actually never works. So we want to keep letting go, keep letting go. Remember, it's just shaking your legs. So move those knees back and forth. And just kind of feel how the muscles are working. They're not working very hard. So what's happening in our thighs, I don't know if you can see in the video, maybe you can, but my thighs are going like this. They're rolling in, because of the way my leg is moving, my thighs are rolling in and out and kind of slapping against each other. Such a lovely thought. Just, yeah, love that part. But they're rolling in and out, in and out, in and out because of the way your legs are moving. And that's what you want to feel, is that flesh rolling and vibrating. All right, now when you want to look, if you have a mirror, great. If not, just kind of be aware. What you don't want to do is bend your knees and see what happens. Now I'm going crazy in my hips, right? This is a different shimmy. We'll do that another time, all right? But it's not moving your hips, right? It's moving your legs so that you get a vibration around your hips. The reason for this is because other stuff will be happening, okay? We're going to be doing things, right? Other things are going to happen while our shimmy is going on. And we want to be able to walk, right? We want to be able to walk with this shimmy, which is kind of fun. We'll try that in a little bit. But for right now, we're just going to kind of get our engines going, all right? So keep it loose, keep it relaxed. Keep it mellow, let go of your quads. And we're gonna keep on shimmying.
And while we shimmy, you can say hi to Andrea and Brenda.
Hey!
And Juliana.
Andrea!
And somebody just joined us
and
too.
Brenda?
Brenda, Juliana.
Which Brenda?
Brenda.
Yay! All right. That's so good. I'm so glad you're here. All right, everybody shift their leg, or shift your weight over. This is my right, so it's probably your left. Put all your weight on one leg. And you're just gonna push that knee back, 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 back. Your other leg is resting. So just let it sit there. Concentrate on not concentrating, right? Think about your laundry, think about your cat. Don't think about what's happening here. Let this go by itself because it needs to relax. Bring the foot together, shift, opposite leg. And just let it go. Let this one relax and push that knee. Back, 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 back. Should feel pretty good. Yeah, we're getting there. All right, then we're gonna bring our legs together, and we're gonna bring them all the way together, and we're gonna push both knees back. This is called the earthquake shimmy. So I'm doing it very slow right now. Just push your knees back, back. So pretend you have a rubber band tying those knees together and push them back, 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 and then quicker, back, 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 back. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2. So what happens, the cool thing happens in the back. Can you see my rear end bouncing? It's cool, right? Is it bouncing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, so this one makes everything go up and down because you're pushing your knees to the back. So on this one, what you have to guard against is doing it the opposite. And unfortunately, it's the way your body really wants to do it. It wants to go bend, bend, bend. And you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just jumping up and down. Right? So for some of you, it's painful. So we don't want that. We want to have straight legs and push back, 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 back. So use your adductors, squeeze your legs together, back, 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 back. Now fast, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4. Slow, 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 slow. Fast, 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 fast. Slow, 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 and fast. Slow. When you alternate fast and slow, that trains your body to build speed. So always when you're learning to go fast, go slow, and then just a little burst of fast. One more. Slow and fast. Now, separate your legs, go into your alternating shimmy, and get much, 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 much better, right? It should feel almost easy at this point because your legs wanted to be separate so bad and you were forcing them together. Now they're just, oh, okay, I can do this. So you can shimmy and shimmy and shimmy. So I want you to capture that feeling of relaxation. It's fun, it's easy, you don't get tired, you just shimmy, right? It's very, very simple. Put less into it than you want to. This is the one move where your brain and your effort are going to work against you. So don't try harder, don't think about it, just move your legs back and forth. Now try shifting your weight onto the front portion of your foot. Now over to the side, and you'll feel how it feels to shimmy more on one leg than the other, but the other leg's doing a little. Now on the back, so you don't fall backwards, but you're on the heels. And now shift your weight to the other side. Look at that. And then center. Now find your middle. There you go. Good. Good, good, good. All right, let's try some level changes now. So you're going to take both toes, press them into the floor so that you come higher. Whoops. There we go. You're going to lift, and hopefully that shimmy still happens. So up and flat. Up and flat. And toes and flat. And up and flat. And up. You're going to fall around, that's okay. Up and flat. Now what's happening when you go up? What's happening to your legs, right? Like things are happening. That's because other parts of your body are trying to do it with you, right? If you can really isolate just that knee and your quad, you should be able to change level no problem, and the shimmy keeps going. All right, just a few more. Up and down. Last one. And down. Good. All right, now just walk around for a second.
All right.
Let it rest.
Check on the pain.
You should feel kind of a tingling in your legs, which is great. That's what we want. That means your muscles are warm and ready and they're having a great time. All right, time for a little cardio. So, do you remember the choo-choo shimmy? This one, I think some of you remember this, right? Oh, we're going to learn this again. So, when you do the choo-choo, it was named from Jamila Salampour, the mother of belly dance on the West Coast, and her daughter Sohaila Salampour is one of my wonderful teachers. So she's the one that taught this move and named this move, and it's all because of her that we have this move. So the choo-choo, because it sounded like going across the train tracks like a train. So if you can see my feet, they're moving in a tiny, tiny space. But there's a trick. Your feet are on the floor and they're pushing forward on the floor. They're here like this. They're not, it's not this. Okay, it's not running up and down. So you don't actually lift your foot at all. What you're gonna do is start your shimmy, bend down. When you bend down, your heels come up, push your weight into the ball of your foot. Now push your knees in front of your foot and magic happens. Right? And then, I don't know how close I can get, but we'll go here. And you want to take all the shaky in the booty, right? Let that go. Because you can make it go into your legs more, or you can make it go into your butt more. And I find if I squat down a little bit, it gets in there. All right, so let's try it. We got our shimmy. We're going down. Take your knees, push them in front of your toes, and let your feet go. Don't pick up your feet. Smush them across the floor. Just slide. Good, good, good. It's a thigh burner. It's a thigh burner. And rest. Woo. Okay. I think I should have done my own warm-up video. I just jumped in here. Okay, we'll do shimmies. Okay. All right, we'll do it one more time. So, if you need a quick cardio and strength at the same time, you just do a couple laps of this across your floor. You're good to go. All right, shimmy. We're gonna start up, down, up, down, up, down. Here we go. Knees in front of toes. Bend, get it into the hips, slide. That's it. Good. And release. Yay! Okay. Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Woo! It was so much fun.
I'm nice and warm now.
Yeah, I know. It was cold in the studio. All right, we're gonna add arms. Okay, so, because like I said, the shimmy, you never shimmy. You just, I mean, okay, that's exciting, right? You're gonna be dancing, right? Stuff is happening. So, we're going to look at the choo-choo shimmy around, and I want you, you don't have to do anything in particular, but I know how it is when you're learning, the hands get, you know, very tight and stiff, so I want you to just think about doing something with them. I'm going to come up and circle out. You can come up high, you can do an arm wave, you can do a circle in front, you can wave down below. It's your choice. I just want you to move the arms somehow. Think about more graceful in the arms. Let the choo-choo go by itself, because after a while, you don't need to think about right, left, you just need to shake, right? So, up we go, and flat, and up, and flat, down with the knees, in front of the toes. We start, now lift your ribs, and think about that floating feeling. Get the booty going. One more pass. There we go. 10 more seconds. And pause. That was good. I like that one. All right, hopefully you like that one. Did we get any comments?
Let's check. Let's check. If anybody has any
Has anybody
questions.
quit yet? Hopefully not. Say, this sucks.
No, we have a bunch of people who joined us.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. Okay.
And
All right.
everybody is
Good.
looking good.
Good.
No questions.
All right. If you have questions, type them in, because we can probably see them and answer them, which would be fun. So go for it. All right, so get back to your normal shimmy. Now this should be pretty easy. The other thing that's important for shimmies that I find is to have when I'm learning and trying to do something more difficult, on a shimmy, it really works better if your legs are a little bit tired. So if you want to do some squats, some lunges, do, baby workout, or, choo-choo for a few minutes, get yourself kind of tired, because then your muscles are less likely to tense up and grab. So when you stop a shimmy, that's what you do. You tighten your leg, you squeeze your butt. So I want everybody to shimmy and then squeeze. And it stops, right? So you just squeeze everything and it stops. Shimmy and squeeze. So you can see the squeezing is your stopping, those are your breaks. So the more you squeeze, the harder it is to shimmy. So let's try. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. And then let's go to this side here and just move your hip, boom, and squeeze. Shimmy and squeeze. So that's a little accent. Ready? Squeeze, boom. Nice. Shimmy and squeeze. Good, 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 good. Two more. And squeeze. And squeeze. Good. So you can see how you can start and stop a shimmy. So what we're going to work on now, we're a lot more warmed up. Your legs should actually be feeling pretty good. Let's look at layering some of the body parts over the shimmy, because that's most likely what's going to be happening, all right? So we'll start at the top. We'll go some head movements, some shoulder, some arms, some rib cage. We might even try a body wave. And
what?
Yeah, maybe some hips, but I want you to keep shimmying. It really doesn't matter if you can do it yet. It's getting in here, right? As soon as this relaxes and goes on what I just refer to as autopilot, everything else will fall into place. So really, you just keep doing this, right? So when you're brushing your teeth later, shimmy. When you're standing around doing something, you probably don't have so much activity these days, so shimmy, right? Just shimmy. And get used to doing other things while the shimmy is happening. So let's start by moving our head side to side. So make a little ledge, slide left and right with the head. Remember, straight legs, push the knees to the back, and your feet should be right under your hip line. Wherever your hip joints are, straight down, that's where your feet go. Slide, 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 now circle. Circle, now only circle the head, don't circle anything else. I'm sensing some of this is happening. Try to hold it still. And also at this moment, your knees start bending, so get those legs straight, switch directions. There we go. Now keep that shimmy going, relax those arms down gracefully, and let's try some shoulder rolls. And when you're dancing, you don't do so much with the arms down. Arms are usually in second position. So let's rotate the shoulders back. So this presents a whole other set of challenges. How do we roll our shoulders back without doing the backstroke with our hands, right? So that'll be a whole other class. But for right now, just press forward with the palm of your hand and roll those shoulders back. It also helps to have a little bend in your arm. So when you take that shoulder back, your arm just goes straight. It doesn't actually pull your hand back. So start bent. Put a little slack in the rope. And then up and back. While that shimmy is going, and then let's take it forward. And then we're going to alternate forward. So this is where this forward stroke starts to happen. So there we go. That's it. And back. There. Now, let's try some arms. Circle in and out. In and out. There. That's not so bad, right? I think this is way easier than shoulders, because your arms move more naturally. Try to open those fingers and keep them graceful and long. And think about how your arms feel and look. Don't think so much about the shimmy. See if you can get it going on autopilot by itself. Good. Now just try a little wave down in front of you. This is not too hard either. It's just something else to happen while the shimmy is going. That's it. And then if you want, you can bring it up in front, and then of course up over your head. Yeah. And then back down in front. Do the front part. And in front of the hip. And your shimmy's still going, yes? Yes, it is. All right, hands on your hip, rib cage now. You're gonna use your upper back, diaphragm, lift your ribs high. You're gonna lift from the navel up. You're not gonna lift your entire belly because what happens is it extends the front and the hip moves to the back and your shimmy stops. So, from the navel, this part here is under, our shimmy is happening from the navel up, pop the ribs up, down, down. Then your shimmy will keep on going. If you use your whole body, you'll go like this and your leg will straighten and you won't be able to shimmy. So stay locked in there. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Side, 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 side. Now up, down, up, up, side, side, up, down, and side. Good. All right, feeling brave? Circle. Just try. That's it. Nice ribcage circle or something. It may not be a circle yet, but that's okay. Whatever it is. And reverse. Check in on the shimmy, make sure it's still happening. What happens is we tend to come down like this and end up doing a squatty shimmy, so get those legs straight, stand up, legs straight, just move the legs back. It's less effort when the leg is straight. And then rotate, nice horizontal rib cage circle. There we go. All right, let's try a body wave, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Choo-choo.
Yeah.
Maybe, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
So, lift, contract, diaphragm, middle abs, lower abs, up, diaphragm, middle abs, lower abs, lift, diaphragm, middle abs, lower abs. So what happens when you get to the hip and you're going, ah, right? You gotta hold that so you don't get to do the whole thing, right? Because then it affects your shimmy. So you're doing kind of a short body wave. See where I'm stopping right there? Keep that shimmy happening. Straighten your legs. Relax it. There. And it kicks in. Now, slide left and right. So we undulate and add a little movement. See how it feels. The shimmy gets smaller, but that's okay. There we go. Shimmy and slide and undulate. Oh my goodness, there's so much happening. That's it. A few more seconds. And then we're going to give this shimmy a break. And we're going to touch on the 3/4 shimmy, one of my favorites. All right, I don't know if it's going to stop. Stop! It goes and goes and goes. All right.
All right.
So, any questions so far?
Let's see. Some comments about things being, oh, the thigh boner.
The thigh burner.
Choo-chooing a thigh boner.
Thigh burner is very true.
And then just people saying, great class, thank you so much for doing this.
So we're happy. Yay. All right.
Everybody's looking good.
Good.
And then
all right.
somebody else said, Too busy dancing along to make comments.
Oh yeah, it's okay too. You can comment after. So I am thinking about doing kind of a series, obviously a series, and I'm just wondering if you want to do this more than once a week, because I will do it next Wednesday, right? Yeah, we'll do it next Wednesday at 7:30, but we could sneak one in over the weekend, you know, Saturday or Sunday. So let me know if you have time, because I'll schedule another one. And most likely that one is going to be either arms or hips. Like drills, hip drills that you can do, or arm techniques and arm movements and arm conditioning. We'll end up doing both, but maybe let me know which one you want to see, and we'll do that one next. All right, 3/4 shimmy. What you're doing is doing your hip movement on 3 out of 4 beats. That's why it's called 3/4. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's effortless once you get it, right? But there's a little trick. So what you're going to do is use your oblique muscles, your hip muscles, lift your hip and your foot at the same time. So you'll be on your, this is your left side. So you're going to lift, shift your hip to the right, shift it back to the left as you change your weight. So lift, shift, change your weight. Lift, shift, change your weight. Really important that you lift and shift with your foot in the air and your weight on that same leg. Then at the end, shift your weight to the other side, because that's where you step. All right, so let me just show you if this made any sense at all. Lift, shift, step. That's hard to say.
Tongue twister.
Lift, shift, step. You know what's going to come out sooner or later. Lift, shift, step. Lift, shift, step. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. But do you see how I lift, shift, then I step? That gets me going forward. All right? When you take your step, fully commit to it. So up, shift, step. All the weight. All the weight. Because what happens next? The next hip and foot has to go off the ground. Lift, shift, step. Lift, shift, step. Lift, shift, step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's do it a little bit. We can hear this beat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember, the step is a full step. Full step. Lift, shift, step. Lift, shift, step. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and lift, shift, step. Da, 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 lift, lift. So the things that happen, I'm just guessing, when we lift, the foot doesn't stay on the ground, it somehow taps, so eliminate that. And when you do that third part, it has to be a full step. Sometimes people do lift, shift, and they do a hip, something here, right? Adding another step. So eliminate that. So it's very, very simple and really precise. Lift, shift to the other side, step. So if you're on your right side, your hip would be going up on the right, to the left, to the right, like a zigzag. Up, side, side, up, side, side, up, side, side, up, side, side, up, side, side. So let's try it on that tempo one more time. And 1, 2. No, where is it? 1, 2, is that it? There it is. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can count 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3. Lift, shift, step. Up, side, step. There's all kinds of ways to say it. Yeah, I'll show you from the back. Let me get up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn around. There we go. And shake it out. Okay. All right, I think that's a big chunk for you to chew on and work on. All the techniques of standing shimmies, 3/4 shimmies. There are lots of other shimmies, but this is good to start with. We did a little bit of one-legged shimmy. There's back shimmies, forward shimmies, more to come. Lots more to come. I want you to have enough to chew on, but I don't want to overload you. So thank you. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Frank, for allowing us to use your music. Make sure to check out my YouTube channel for the other videos and subscribe.
Yes,
Right?
subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, if you want to know when these are happening, make sure you comment below, and then Meleah can tag you and let you know when the next ones are coming.
Yeah.
Or put on your notification for when she goes live, so you can see when she's going live as a reminder. And then you already have a request from Brenda for twice a week.
Okay, so we want to go for twice a week. So I'm looking at like Saturday or Sunday. I think the evening kind of works for everybody, like a little bit after dinner. So maybe it'll be somewhere around this time. I'll look at your comments and then we'll see what's going to happen. See, I can't stop shooting.
I was going to say I'm going to keep going too, because we can.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, the warm-up video is already on YouTube,
right?
And also in your Facebook info. So
okay. So the warm-up video is there. So when you're ready to take the class, do the warm-up first, and then you'll be ready for this, which I probably should have done.
A little bit, maybe.
All right, everyone. Thank you again so much. I love you all, and I'll see you very soon. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.